Hey all, happy Thursday! Thanks for joining me for a craft night with friends. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginners. And I'm here every weeknight, Monday through Friday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. It's a time that we can relax and craft together. All right, I think we're going to get real close to maybe finishing our newt tonight. So we just have the letter N's to do. I think I'm going to do them two different colors per a suggestion on TikTok, so I think that is the plan. Some satin stitching tonight. All right, let's get going. Okay, so thanks a bunch for joining me again here. All right, we are going to satin stitch these letter N's tonight, and I think we're going to do the... Oh, I don't know which order we should go in. I think we're going to do one letter, the green, and the other letter, we're going to do the tan here. Not tan, the light gray. So I think we'll do the big N green and the little n gray. We haven't done one that's two different colors yet for the letters, like separate colors. So I think that'll be kind of fun. I don't know, I'm feeling the gray. So let's get that green and gray out again. We are almost out of our green, so I may have to break out a new skein of this. Otherwise, we won't be able to use this green anymore for these alphabets. But let's see how it goes. All right, so I'm going to start with the green. I think we'll do the satin stitch the short way, because we haven't done that in a while. So I like the idea of we'll extend this up, so like we'll do a bunch of straight lines, and the straight lines will stop here. We've done it where we've gone like all the way across, but I kind of like where we kind of define the shape a little bit of this a little bit. So we'll go like that, and then the same thing here. We'll do one going up like that, and then I don't know, how should we do this one? Maybe we'll go do the around. So I'm actually gonna even put some guideposts in here right away, so I can kind of get the angles of what that arc might be. All right, I think that'll do. Actually, you know what? While I'm here marking things, let's just stick a few horizontals in here. I can use these as my guide points. Let's do that over here too. It's always helpful, I think. So you can do this with floss too, but I think we'll just, let's see, I want to go like perpendicular to the line. We'll just do it with the pencil marks here. Same difference, I think. All right, and then these guys get all horizontal again. All right, so that's the stitch plan, I think, right there. So we'll go horizontal basically, and then we'll do it at this little angle just so it's kind of perpendicular to where this diagonal line, and then we'll go that way again. So this will take a little bit longer doing it this way, I think, but I think it'll be cute. All right, let's do the two strands again. Ooh, I hardly have any. Oh, I have two different things here. What do I got going on? Oh, this is like a really little piece. I don't know where that came from. We'll let that be for a little bit. Oh, it's from stitching this. All right, so I'm going to grab just two pieces here, which there's three here, so I'll just pull out one. And there we have two. But just so that these two threads lay nicely next to each other, I'm actually going to separate them, and then I'll put them back together again. So that's just kind of, it'll make the threads lay just right next to each other a bit better. All right, and the other thing, I think I'm going to start with the away knot again, something we can weave in later, just because then I'm not like jumping from the newt down to the letters. Hello everyone! I can see comments on Facebook again, so maybe they've worked out their situation. I don't know. But yeah, so awesome. So here we are. We got our little newt, and we are going to do the satin stitch on there. So I am going to start with the away knot. So I've tied a knot on the end. We're going to actually cut that away later. I'm going to come from the front like 3 inches, 4 inches away from my actual start point here. And the reason for that is we are going to reserve that thread for later, so I can kind of show you what I mean. I'm going to just start the first stitch here, but on the back you can see we have that thread, and we are going to trim that knot and weave in this thread to stitches that we'll be stitching now, and that will get it so we don't have any knots on the back. So nothing for our thread to catch on. I just think it looks really nice then too. So, all right, let's get this satin stitch going. We are doing this little horizontal one today, and oops, I already forgot that. Let's do that railroad process where we stick the needle in between the two threads. That should get them to lay next to each other a little bit better. And if they don't, that's not the end of the world either. So I am going to try and do this relatively quickly tonight, just because I want to get these letter ends done. This is kind of a lot of satin stitching for one evening, though, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm going to try and go speedy. So I drew those lines in, and that's basically, I'm always looking at the next line, because I want to stay parallel to those lines. Because if I just start stitching, my stitches will like veer one way or the other, and I'm trying to get them so they're parallel to each other ultimately. And I'm going just on the outside, if I can, just on the outside of my line here, just to make sure that I cover it up with stitches so it's not showing at all. But he turned out so sweet, didn't he? I love the purple. The original one that we did for the pattern was orange, but I think they're actually a good pair, the orange and the purple together. I kind of want to someone, I think, oops. Oh my gosh, look, I already have a mess back here. Oh well. So I'm going to actually try and stitch over this little mess that I got going already. Already wasting thread. That's fun. Thought it felt funny. Hate when that happens. So I must have just got a little bit caught somewhere, and now I got these loops on the back. And I'm not going to pick out all these stitches, so I'm going to just stitch over them. But in the process, I've lost some length on my thread here, so that's a bummer. Oh, let me scroll to see your comments. There we go. Happy Thursday. Ooh, you guys, I finished that tatted bookmark, the tatting part of it. I'm just mentioning that because I see it right next to me here. I didn't weave in the ends yet, though. I started to. Here it is. So I started to weave in these ends, but my needle was way too big for this thread, so I couldn't pull it through any of the stitches at all. So I got to find a smaller needle. So that's almost done. I got to deal with that. And then I also have this tatted snowflake that I have to weave in all these silly ends as well. So one of these days soon here, I'm going to have to just have a weave in the ends party or something. That's got to be the most annoying part of any craft. Like, because I think there's a lot of, like, at least, like, thread and yarn-based crafts that you have to weave in ends, like knitting and crochet. I think we were talking about that yesterday, and ugh, it's just got to be the worst for all the crafts, I would think. Oh, the icky weaving ends. Oh, speaking of, I started crocheting on those doilies again that were done with all my like scrap embroidery floss. And that I'm going to have to, like, sit and weave in one of these days, too. Maybe I'll go live sometime, some, like, afternoon and literally just weave in ends. That'll feel good, though. That's kind of, like, a lot of projects done if you're weaving in the ends. Hi. All right, we're going to just sit and do all these satin stitches. I did take the like, most difficult way to do it. Not difficult, but like probably the most time-consuming way of satin stitching this, just with like the teeny little Teeny little stitches. I think I'm just spoiled because on the monkey, where did I put that one? Oh yeah, so we did the monkey last week. And for the monkey, I just did big satin stitches. I just went like all the way across. And I mean, like now that I have the hoop off, it's kind of bubbling up a little bit, which is kind of cute actually. I don't usually do satin stitches that long. I kind of like it on this, but yeah, so I'm doing, these are like big vertical ones, and now I'm doing tight little horizontal ones, and just to do something different than I did on the last one, but man, I don't know. I'm thinking this might bleed into tomorrow then yet. Oh, Amy, I saw that, your mirror image newts. Amy stitched the newt on a tea towel, right? A tea towel, I think, and had two of them, so they were, one was in reverse, so they were like looking at each other. I thought that was a cute idea. I kind of want to do something like that with the orange and a purple one together, because I think those colors are fun together for these. Be cute for like a tote bag or something. Can always use a new tote bag. If this project wasn't already determined, maybe I would have done that with these, or this newt, but we'll be stitching this guy into a quilt. This is, if anyone's new to this project, we're stitching the whole alphabet up of letters. I have an animal for every letter of the alphabet, and we are, some of the sales, a percentage of those sales, and whatever we can sell the final quilt for. All that money will be going to the Minneapolis Crisis Nursery here. So this is our kind of our big long-term project of the year. I think we'll get this done probably next, probably April. All right, this has got to be my last stitch, and this is getting really twisty and curled up here too. Ugh, I'm not going to split it. Let's just go over. There, let's weave in the end. There you can see like some of the threads that, I don't know how those got there. I'm going to just try and grab them though as I make these passes. So just kind of tuck them into the back here too. There we go. That kind of tucked them down underneath. Let's grab the scissors. I can snip that close to the stitches there. And then now I'm going to snip the away knot that we started with here. I'm going to snip that away. So no more knot. And what that does is releases that little piece that we reserved. So now we can weave that part in too, now that we have some actual stitches back here. And then that way we didn't have to start with a knot. So 1, 2, 3. Third time locks it in. It's just relaxing to come stitch with you guys in the evenings here. I appreciate you joining me and stitching with me and all that. It's fun. And asking your questions for embroidery and other crafts. It's just nice. So this is actually a pretty small piece. I think it was used for this mouth. So I have like a short piece and kind of a slightly longer piece of green left before I'm going to have to get more. And I'm going to separate this again. And we really don't have a lot left. This is all I have left here, so we'll probably actually use it up for this letter N. Then maybe I'll grab an extra skein. Let's see. Oh, I do have a skein nearby, so my little mug of skein. So I'll just stick, so here's, this is a skein of the lime peel. I'm just going to throw it in here with the rest of them, but I'm going to leave it like on the skein, because I still do want to attempt to use up this floss first, but if we really, really want that green for some reason coming up, then I'll at least have it available. All right, so now, since I already have stitches here, I can just weave in to the backs of those. I was just thinking, kind of tempted to just start on the small letter N with the other color when I run out of green. But then I'm like, oh, but I'm currently weaving in the next green, so maybe when I get done with this thread, we'll just start the gray and kind of trade off. That'd be kind of fun, trade off colors. Kind of a weird, random way to do it, but I like it. This is a chill day to end the evening. John's actually out on a boat with a friend tonight on, I don't know how his friend got, is borrowing a boat or something, I don't know. But he got invited to go just chill on the river this evening. So that's where he's at. Except for it's getting dark now. Hopefully they're back in. He had to FaceTime me from the boat. Alright. We're actually almost out of this thread already. It wasn't really that long, though. Okay. Just about done with the thread. Oh, a candy stripe style would be cute. So we kind of did that for the letter J. Let me see if I can find the letter J here. These I got all out of order the other day. Here's the letter J. We just sort of used up our scraps. So it does look a little like some candy, a little bit there. But yeah, I think I'm not going to do that for this one. Like, I'm not trading off colors within the thing. When I said that I might start the next color, what I meant is, like, I'm going to just start, like, the small letter N. So the small letter N I'm going to do in that light gray color. And so I was thinking of just trading off what I work on. Not like how the colors are laid, just what I'm working on. Alright, I was thinking, maybe we'll get to the top with what I have left, but no way. No way am I getting all the way to the top here. Uh-oh, and I think I lost my thread. Let's see. Just barely. There we go. I could feel it coming off the needle. These ones are looking a little crooked. I'm going to try and fix that. So they're going like up a little bit on this side. So I'm going to try and go, shoot. I'm going to try and go real close to those stitches and then go a little further out, like skip a couple threads over on this side, and that should correct it a little bit over the next couple stitches. And I've abandoned the railroading technique just because it's just towards the end here, and it's getting annoying, and I'm literally, this is my last stitch. I'm not quite going to get to the top. I was saying I'm literally going to have like 2 stitches left to do up at the top, but oh well, that's fine. So let's weave in this end, and then let's start some of that gray, because why not? Why not trade off? It's kind of fun. All right, so I'm going to have to start with another away knot for that gray, because I don't have any stitches in the area to weave into the backs of them. Oh, so this piece that we already cut is a bit longer, so this might last us a little bit longer. All right, 1, 2. Okay, I'm just doing the satin stitch with 2 strands here. Oh, this is really light. I forgot about that. So this small end is going to be pretty subtle. That'll be kind of fun. Why not? Oops. Didn't catch both of them. I didn't trim the ends either, so they're like super nice and clean. So I'm fighting it a little bit. There we go. All right, let's get that knot tied at the end. And we'll do the letter N, small letter N. The baby N. Same deal though, we're just going to start from the bottom and work our way up the tall straight line here. Two strands could do the loop method. So my thread, so I think the loop method of starting, I don't know, it's not as easy to start when you're doing the satin stitch, I don't think, that loop method. Or you could do the loop method where you actually, like thread painting and crochet, I think, or not crochet, cross stitch, I think you do this sometimes too. You could do the loop method like just with a small stitch right in the middle and then just stitch over it. I think that might be a way to do it. But these strands that I cut, I mean, these are cut from doing these satin stitches up here. And I think they're just a little short to do the loop method, because usually with the loop method I want to double the length of my thread so that when I fold it in half it's kind of that perfect size. I think you can see this gray yet. I think it's cute. Ooh, next week, you guys, we do the embroidery of the month. I'm excited for that one. I'm wondering if that'll take longer than the week. We'll have to see. Actually, next week I might not be here on Friday again. Jumping around a lot this summer. It's my sister-in-law's baby shower, so I gotta actually finish some projects for that, and I'll probably be out of town for that coming up this weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend. So next weekend, Friday, not tomorrow, Friday, is when I'll probably be out. I started watching on Netflix that glass blowing show, like that reality show, like a competition reality show, where they do glass blowing. John did that like in a class and he just loved it so much, and he wants me to take the class with him next time, which would be so fun. So I'll have to keep a lookout for that. But I only saw the first episode of the season 3, and what is it? It's not Blown Away. Oh, maybe it is. Is it Blown Away? Blown Away. Yeah, because blown glass. Yeah, I think it's called Blown Away. It's fun. It's just like crazy that they're just making these sculptures out of glass. And like, you know, the beginners have like 14 years experience, right? I'm just beginning, and, you know, literal like 12, 14 years experience. It's crazy. A lot to learn and do with that craft, I'm thinking. But it's one in the class that John took. Oh, I got a little knot going on here. My dad did it with him, and they each they were like, it was like them and like one other person in the class, so they got to do like a lot more than probably what a normal class would as far as stuff. So they got to the point where they were able to make, I mean, you know, obviously with help, but they made cups, like glasses, cups, and it's my favorite glass now, favorite wine glass. It's just, they're so hefty. I feel like you could just throw that on the ground and it's not going to break, but you know, I would never try that because it's just, we like it too much. But it's so freaking fun, and we got a few other glass things that John made in that class, and just so neat. And just, you know, after him taking that class, and my mom and I watched some of it, so we were learning like what all the things were called, the tools and everything too, and so it's just neat watching the Blown Away TV show, like knowing some of the stuff, and it's just insane what these people can do with it. Fun to watch. And I love those shows that are like competition shows where people are actually just like showcase their creativity. It's not just like, you know, some competition that is nothing. It's like actually they get to be creative and show their art, and it's just cool. Give me more of those shows. But the what do they even call it? The room where they do all this in, like it's like a huge warehousey room. It's literally called something like, or maybe it's just like called the studio or something. But it looks just like the one in Minneapolis here, where John had the class, and it's just cool. All right. Well, I was able to finish that whole row with the one thread. Oh, thanks, Shani. Oh, I think I said that wrong again. And thanks, Cassie. Or, hey, Cassie, sorry. Nice to see you guys. All right, so let's do these ones. I'm just going to follow my lines here. So we are going to try and curve this a little bit, which makes me think I should have came up on the other side. I might do that. So, but since I'm already out here, I'm going to just kind of do the next stitch from the top down. And then I'm going to just pretend I'm coming from the top, just because I think it'll be easier to go down on these, because this inner curve is going to be like where the stitches have to be tight against each other, and the outer curve is where I'm going to have more leeway. So I think it'll be easier to come up on the parts where I'm going to have a little bit more leeway. And now I have a stitch on the back, which is being annoying. But so my point is I'm going outward, inward. Like the outward curve to the inward. So I'm just using my guides that I drew on there again, and I'm actually going to get in the middle because we're changing angles. So this is going to be curvy, and I got to like keep splitting the angles up so I can get like a gradual curve. So I'm kind of doing one and then coming back. All right, so let's get in the center of this next angle. And I'm almost out of thread here, so I'll probably jump back to the green since we're trading off. Oh, Shani. Okay, sorry. I knew I had to get, I knew I didn't do it right last time. I'm like, oh wait, this is the one I was doing wrong. So thanks, Shani. Alright, so then again, like kind of splitting this space. don't think we'll get completely done here, but so we'll just have to finish it up Friday, tomorrow, and then if we do have extra time, I do want to finish up the lion, because we still have to write the little roar text next to the lion. So he's not done. Then if we really have a lot of extra time, we could do some stitching on the giraffe, because we're hand quilting that one. And we're not quite done with that. All right, I think we'll get one more stitch in. We'll go right there. And I'm going to weave in this end. I think I can get one more. Ugh, it'd be awesome if I could just fill this space. Let's see if I can do that. All right, one more. So we're starting to get that curve. I think that's looking good. All right, flip. Oh, you like, Amy says, I like those shows too, even the cooking and baking ones. Yep. Especially Great British Baking Show. Still like that vibe the best on that one. Oh, I suppose let's get this away knot right away. So let's snip him. Boop. Okay, and we'll tuck in that thread too. Cassie, this is the Satin Stitch. It's supposed to look nice and shiny like satin. So you use it to, it's great for like filling in small spaces. And you do get that shiny, satiny look because all of the stitches are kind of going the same direction, so the light hits it all in the same way. That's what kind of makes it satiny. They look pretty satiny on the back there. Yeah, like I think this gray looks nice and shiny. All right, let's get more green here. It looks like I have a tiny little piece, or no, I have like one long piece and one short piece, so I'll just trim it so it's the same. And then after this I have to get more thread, so I'm gonna run out of the green after this. So let's just cut it the same length. So I have a little piece left. Can maybe use that later if we need it. Am I going to make, Lynn's asking, am I going to make the baby quilt zipper? Hold on. I can't see the whole comment. The baby quilt zipper pouch. The baby quilt zipper pouch. So do you mean like a bag that the quilt can live in? Is that what you mean? Oh, the baby quilt. Are you talking about, okay, so are you talking about that small baby quilt that I wanted to cut up, and I was going to make that one into a tote bag, I think, not a zipper pouch. But actually, we might have some leftover pieces that would be fun to do a zipper pouch. So yeah, maybe we will do that. That'd be fun. I do have to make, so for that, when I cut up that baby quilt, I do want to, I have to like cover the edges, so I need to make some bias tape for that. And I want to try that way of doing bias tape, which I never have done before, where you like cut it, and so you have two triangles, and then you basically have that diamond shape that you put together and then cut a long bias strip. Do you know what I mean? That way of, oops, did I lose my thread already? That way of making a bias strip. I kind of want to try that out because I've never done that before. Yeah, and I know I'm going to need a bunch, and if I have extra, then I could totally use it for like an extra little zipper pouch too. But yeah, I think we can do some of that live. at least making a zipper pouch we can do live, or I can like, maybe I can have like the pieces ready. I don't know. That's the trick, right? Because I got to make all this stuff before I go out of town. Not this weekend, but next weekend. If I'm gonna give it as a gift. So, like the pressure's on now for getting it done. So I'll have to see. I might make some this weekend. I'll definitely shoot video of it. I don't know if it'll all be live, but if I can get the tote bag done and we have extra for a zipper pouch, I can totally do that live. That would be fun. And maybe if I sew it, maybe I'll do it live anyway. We'll see. We'll see what this weekend's like. Or I'll shoot video. I'll shoot video of all of it for sure. All right, I'm trying to get like these angles, and it's looking kind of crazy so far, but it's gonna be okay. Oh, I can hear the crickets outside. Must be summer. Oh, you've never done it? Wicked Witch of the West is saying I've never done the bias way before. Yeah, so I've seen it done a zillion times, like on video, where you take like, I don't know, is it a yard of fabric or is it a fat quarter? I don't even know. I'm gonna have to look it up. But where you like cut it on the bias and then you sew it back together and then somehow draw the lines on. I don't know. And then like you match up, like you offset the lines and sew it together again, and then cut the really long, like it's a tube, and you cut like one really long thing. I think that just looks fun, and I want to give it a try, and this seems like a good excuse to give it a go. I need to make edging, or like, you know, basically a bias tape to cover. I'm gonna make a zipper pouch out of out of a baby quilt that I didn't like how it turned out, so I'm gonna, not a zipper pouch, a tote bag. So I need to cut out the tote bag pieces from this small quilt, but then I'm going to have like edges like this, right? And so I was just going to cover the edges with some bias tape. So it'll just be on the inside, it'll be, you know, like the front and the back of the quilt, and then like the bias tape holding the, like covering the edges, protecting the edges. So that's kind of the thought. And I'm like, oh, that might be a good opportunity to try that, because I know I'm gonna have to cut it from like a fresh piece of fabric so it matches. Or I'm gonna have to just see what I got for fabric. Oh, Amy says she's done it and she used a square. Okay, interesting. So I'll have to see. I know Mr. Domestic did one on, I saw him do it again recently on TikTok, so I might just watch his video and maybe do a stitch video, a video where you like on TikTok it's called a stitch, where you play someone else's video at the front and then you play your video after. I might just try and do a video like that so I can watch his to learn how to do it again. And so like I've seen it, but it's still like a little bit of a brain bender in my head. So like, because it's a whole lot of spatial like figuring, right? All this quilting and sewing stuff, and for some reason it's just not quite 100% clicking visually, because I have to kind of picture everything in my head, even like words and spelling and all that. I have to like picture the actual, like seeing the actual word. So I think I'm missing like a teeny bit of the picture in my head for that bias tape way of doing it. So I might try and do that tomorrow. We'll see. I've been really sleepy though lately. I think I just need like I need like a sleep break. So I'll probably go to bed like right after this. I've been staying up super late too, which is just dumb if I'm trying to get more sleep, but so maybe I'll go to bed early and wake up with all sorts of sewing energy. That'd be fun. Alright, we're almost done with this piece. I'll wait till John comes home first. He's not back from the boat yet. What a nice day for it, too. I bet you had a good time. Alright, done with that thread. We're about halfway down this angle here of the letter N, the big N. And that's it for this green. Oh, wait, no. Oh, whoops. I accidentally caught a thread way down there. Ah, man. I'm stuck. Alright. Get out of there. I gotta go back one more time. Ideally. Alright. Snip. So let's switch over to the gray again. We might actually get this little guy done, so we'll get the letter number 2 done before the first one. Ooh, we got a little fussel on the end of here. There we go. All right, so this is the other 2 strands I have left, but I am going to separate them and put them back together just so it's less twisty, and they'll lie next to each other a little bit better, the 2 strands. All right. We'll weave in right here. This is almost like a silver. I like it. Get it in the light just right and it shines up like silver. Alright, so I'm starting on the outside. I'm going to go down to this next spot here. And after this, it's just like straight down again, kind of like how this was. But just to get this curve, let's split this space, get that angle. I keep forgetting to do the railroad thing where I split the thread. Theoretically, they lie. Oh, they do. It works. The stitches are lying right next to each other when I do that. It's a little extra thing to do, though, which is kind of annoying. But it looks nice. I think I'm going to have to get 2 in this space. I think I need like 1 close to the last stitch to kind of push it up against the other stitches, and then the last one to fill in this spot. Man, I was just thinking, if I had the ability without having to figure it out too much, it would be really fun to like have turned that baby quilt that I want to turn into a tote bag. I think the tote bag is a fine idea too, but like I love those like quilt coats that people make. So that would be so fun to make like a little baby like quilt coat out of that baby quilt that I'm going to cut up, but we're not going to do that. But how cute would a tiny baby quilt coat be? That'd be fun. But I think a big tote bag, and then it can hold all the stuff in. I think a tote bag and like I mean, I don't know what, if or what they would use it for, Once you give a gift, it's not, you can't just assume anyone's going to do anything with it, but, which is fine. But in my head, I'm like, ooh, it'd be a big tote bag. That'd be nice to just, throw a bunch of diapers in and throw it in the car or something like that. Just like some like bulky items just to throw in there quick and haul around, or even just like have it be like a laundry basket in the bedroom on a door or something. I don't know. Point is, you can use a big tote bag. Big floofy tote bag for lots of things, I think. Alright, we're definitely getting this letter N done. butterfly. Letter N, letter N. Yeah, I think no matter how I do it, I'm probably not going to get both of these letter ends done tonight. It's already 9:17, so I think, we got like 13 minutes left here or so. So I think we will get the next green started. I don't think I'm going to quite finish the thread or finish that letter N, but we'll have this side done, the little one. Alright, I think one more stitch. And we will have it. There we go, cute! I do like the two different colors, I think that's kind of fun. Weave in the end. And we got some gray to add to our cloud of floof here. Alright. Now, the green, we just have this much left, and I think I'll probably take all of it off of here. Yep, for sure. So, alright, we used up one of our colors out of our 23 that we started with here for this project. So, we'll, if we do need that color again, I do have more. So, we can, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll try and just use the colors I have left, but we'll see. This green's kind of nice. I like using it a lot. All right, let's take the two strands out of here. And my needle. There you are. One side of the magnet or the other of the needle minder. I'm trying to get more used to just tossing it at the needle minder so I know where my needle's at. Oops. I think I almost pulled that out. Oh, I did. Let's start fresh. I always look away. I always read comments or look away on the second pass, and then I always pull the thread out. It's the third pass, there we go, that I kind of locks in on itself. Yeah. My end's looking a little squiggly. All right, let's keep going. Getting a little angled, I think, so I'm going to make a stitch like down here to aim towards. There we go. the other way. If we could get all the way down to the bottom here, that'd be a good goal for tonight. And then tomorrow, it'll go pretty quick to get the rest of this leg that's going up of this letter. It'll be easy to get that done, I think. And then we'll have this guy done, and then we can work on the lion, and then we'll have him done. Will be a lot of finishing things up tomorrow. There we go. So this is the part that's continuing, that part that we drew that keeps the angle continuing. Which is kind of a fun look, I think. I'm going to go down to this point. Ooh. The YouTube is spinning funny, so I don't know if you guys can see me on YouTube anymore. I got a spinny dial over there. Alright, 2 more stitches here. I don't think I need it anymore. Excellent. Let's jump back down here. We'll finish up this little leg, the diagonal here. Oh, Amy says, I see you fine. Okay, it just stopped. On my end, it just stopped spinning. So it was weird. I don't know. I had the spinny circle on my side here. Good. So I'm glad you can still see. Last few little stitches till we get to this little bitty corner point. And then I think we might call it an evening. All right, last stitch. Tiny little corner. All right, I'm gonna weave in. Oh no, I don't need to weave in that end. I still have thread here yet. I will come up and we'll start, I think, right here tomorrow. So I'm just gonna plop that on there. So I don't know, we got pretty far on those ends considering that it's a whole pile of satin stitch. I think it looks nice from the back yet. So tomorrow we'll just do this vertical here, and then we had the lion. So let me get that out. Where did he go? Oh, we could put together the monkey. We could pin this to the batting and all that. So here's the lion. I haven't taken him out of the hoop yet, but we have to do the little roar yet. So that's not that much. So I just like his hair so much. We got to do this again with the turkey work. That just turned out so freaking fun and floofy. Ugh, I love him so much. But yeah, it'd be nice to finish this letter N and the roar on our lion, and that'd be good if we can get both of those done. All right, so thank you guys again. I appreciate you hopping in with me again here tonight, and yeah, best part of the day, getting to hang out with you guys and just stitch a little bit. So awesome. Have a lovely, lovely rest of your day, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Central. We'll finish up this newt. Good night.